Bay Valley Foods currently has 17 factories within our total network, of which we installed CDC software into 10 so far. Our overall OEE within the 10 factories that we installed the software in was in the low to mid 60s. And we felt like there was a significant opportunity, 10 to 15 points of improvement. Those 10 to 15 points within the Bay Valley Foods network, that's equal to about $10 to $15 million when it's presented to a group of executives that each point of OEE that we improve is equal to $1 million, that it's an easy decision for them.
Prior to CDC, the line operators really didn't have a good idea of what goals they were hitting or if they were hitting any goals. They didn't even really know what their goals were except an attainment number at the end of their shift. Now with the CDC software and the OEE, they know what their targets are. They know if they're running better or worse than their targets. There's a friendly competition on the floor. The operators take pride in what they do, and they know that if they're hitting their numbers, we're all doing our jobs well.
After the implementation of CDC, we did see an immediate lift in productivity as measured by OEE, and then through the benefit of campaigns and the analytics module, as far as being able to slice and dice the information, we're now able to continue that process.
Well, it tells us what our rate is. It tells us how much we're supposed to do for the day. Before I had CDC Factory, I had no clue. Almost every day, I usually get 75% or above.
The CDC system is excellent at making us aware of what's going on. We have an estimated end of shift time, we have our total production, we have whatever we've wasted or yield. We have all of those stats right at our fingertips, so it's a good thing.
When I first heard about the CDC system, I thought that it was going to complicate my job and make it harder, but in actuality it did make it easier. Instead of actually having to write everything down when the machine stops and when it started back up and how long it was down for, the CDC takes care of all of that for you. So you can actually just focus on keeping your line running as opposed to having to worry about everything all at once.
When we first had the first meeting for the CDC, I'll never forget it. We're all sitting around the table and we're all going, oh no. What's going to happen now? We're not going to be able to learn this. We're not going to be able to do this. And it's easy.
We were told that we'd be able to implement the system in 6 or 8 weeks. And after being in manufacturing for a lot of years, I was very skeptical that that was going to happen. What happened was there was a team that came in and it just walked us right through the process, a painless process. And we actually started up in a little bit less than 6 weeks, which was pretty remarkable.
As I visit our factory locations where we've installed CDC software, I get very positive comments from the factory manager all the way through the operators on the floor. I go into the factories and there is excitement.